when NLP framing becomes a tool for emotional escape. In the world of modern coaching, conflict isn't something to work through. It's something to reframe. NLP framing. That might sound harmless, even helpful. After all, who wouldn't want to choose their response more consciously or improve their communication in tough situations? But under the surface of feel-good slogans and neurological metaphors, coaching cultures like NLP, neuro-linguistic programming, offer something else entirely. A permission slip to avoid hard conversations, erase emotional complexity, and abandon responsibility, all in the name of personal growth. Let's unpack a recent example. The Coaching Room's latest frame job. On LinkedIn, the Coaching Room posted, "In conflict, consistency isn't always your default. You might speak up in a meeting, then freeze in a performance review. You're not at the mercy of your frames, you're consciously choosing your response." Sounds reasonable enough, until you realize what it's not saying. What's being ignored is this. Real-life conflict isn't always about the response, it's about the avoidance. And in coaching culture, frames have become the ultimate escape hatch. Not from a difficult moment, but from the consequences of your actions. The frame isn't the problem. It's the story you build around it. NLP teaches that how you internally frame a person or situation determines how you respond. The promise is that if you change the frame, you change the outcome. But what happens when that ideology is used to justify ghosting a long-term partner, ending relationships without explanation, rewriting personal history, abandoning shared responsibility under the banner of choice? The frame doesn't help someone stay in a conversation. It helps them walk out without feeling bad about it. That's not leadership. That's emotional bypassing dressed in neurological jargon. Interlude. The day she said sorry. It was a February afternoon. I had driven to my son's cricket game but never left the car. The idea of pretending to be okay, smiling, small talk, standing beside people who didn't know what had broken inside me, was unbearable. I left, went home, locked the door, and stayed in my room. This was the onset of my agoraphobia, a body-level response to betrayal, abandonment, and emotional confusion. And then she came in. She sat on the bed, looked at me. "I'm so sorry I've done this to you." It was the first time she ever said it, and the last. She didn't stay. She didn't explain. She didn't come back. There was no effort to rebuild. Just a sentence, a release valve, and then 4 more months of mixed messages, more coming and going, time as US, then instantly reverting the moment she walked back out the door, more time with her best friend who lived this same spiritual or coaching mindset, more time to be held to account on her own mindset change, more time to have me as the block exposed, more time in a life that didn't include me. She didn't apologize to make amends. She apologized to manage her own guilt. From coaching insight to exit strategy. Here's the reality. Not all conflict is dangerous. Not all difference is dysfunction. And not all discomfort means you're in the wrong place. But in many coaching circles, the story goes like this. If it doesn't serve you, let it go. If someone triggers you, they're not aligned. If the relationship doesn't match your growth, it's holding you back. Conflict, in this worldview, isn't an opportunity to grow together. It's a red flag that you're not living your best life. So instead of difficult conversations, you get silence, stonewalling, spiritual euphemisms about higher paths. This is how relationships, intimate, professional, or familial, get reframed as blocks rather than bonds. Accountability can't be reframed away. The coaching industry doesn't like conflict because it exposes the fragility of its narratives. The moment you're asked to explain yourself to a partner, a colleague, a friend, is the moment the frame starts to crack. And often, the only people who nod along are others inside the same echo chamber. Those who believe. Growth means walking away. Breakdowns are breakthroughs. Painful consequences are not your responsibility. But outside that world, to anyone not trained to hear it as wisdom, It sounds like what it is: a flimsy justification for harm, delivered with rehearsed calm and spiritual polish. Stop reframing, start reckoning. Conflict isn't a frame. It's a signal. Sometimes it means something needs to change. Sometimes it means staying in the hard stuff, not escaping it. But if your only move in a moment of tension is to reframe your way out of it, ask yourself, is that awareness or avoidance? Coaching can teach you how to speak well, sound clear, and exit clean, but it won't teach you how to stay. And if you've ever been on the receiving end of someone's growth journey, one that erased your shared history in the name of personal truth, you'll know. This isn't about frames. It's about consequences.